Hello! Welcome back to Comp Play, a third episode. I'm Tim. I'm here with my favourite pool noodle, Nick. Say hello, Nick.
Ta-da! Hello, everybody.
What?
This week...
Yeah. What are we doing?
This week...
What are we doing?
We're talking about Maelstrom. So Maelstrom has dropped. Huron is here. We've got many different detachments to talk about, but one specifically, CSM, on Stonks. Me and Tim, we played Space Maids together. That sounds like a euphemism again. Every week we get a pre-show euphemism. So we'll be reporting a little bit on that. We've obviously got your hobby corner, and also we made some custom characters from the Maelstrom set as well. Well, I made one anyway.
I'm really excited about this. Custom rules. That's
custom
what I
rules.
want.
Yeah. How's your week, mate?
Good. I beat you at Warhammer.
Yeah, right.
With the custom Space Maids codex that we're going to talk about later.
Yep.
I've got my hobby mojo back. I started a new army.
Yeah, no, I saw the pics in Discord, mate.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
It's a good week to be me.
It's a very good week to be Tim.
It's a good week to be a CSM player because you got Gladius.
So, Maelstrom.
Yeah.
Seems 500 Worlds has been forgotten. That literally had a moment in the sun and has just completely disappeared. We now have Huron Blackheart, the Red Corsairs, the Eldari Corsairs.
Yep.
Obviously, Cool Army is the same thing. That makes perfect sense.
It's basically Pirate Week, right? Because Orcs got Pirate Detachment.
Yeah.
And then the Dwarves got a Pirate Detachment. And then both these are Pirate armies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this week, it'll be Shark Week soon, because the Carcharodon guy apparently got mortally wounded in the lore. And will probably come back as a Primaris. Did it at first. So yes, have you had a look?
I've had a look at CSM Gladius, yeah.
Yes.
I love the direction the game is going in. Everyone gets a Gladius, so the game is balanced and boring as hell.
Admech got Oath, CSM get Oath. It's all good.
Space Maids got a second Gladius.
Yeah, but is it good Oath? Is it good Oath is the question.
People think this might be the best attachment in the game.
Yes, yeah. And pure detachment, I think it might be. Yeah. I think it might be, but there's a caveat, which we can go into when we pull up the rules.
Should we go straight into, because this is the thing about Maelstrom, apart from custom characters, which I'm very excited about, we'll talk about that in a bit. Apart from that, I think this is the most interesting thing to talk about, is this one detachment that might put CSM on the map.
Yes, and the game is good when CSM are good. 100%. 100%. They've been kind of late 40% win for a little bit. They had a moment in the sun. There was the Bile Death Brick that seemed to do all right, and what have you. But Renegade Warband is here. Sam, can you bring the screen up, please, sir?
Boom. Right. Everyone gets assault.
Yep.
That seems good.
Yep.
That's better than Gladius.
Yep.
And then you also get Oath.
Yeah, so that Vendetta.
But not good Oath. Just the old normal Oath.
Just the old normal Oath. So, yeah. Excluding damn models. So I think, that's when you...
Yeah, so you're taking... I don't know. I think it means you take Space Marines and not demons.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you also can fall back and do stuff.
Yes.
At your leisure.
Yeah, and you lose, but you do lose Dark Pact, right? So you lose army-wide Dark Pact, and instead you get this twisted doctrine, which is you take a battle shock test when you're set up or move, and then till the end of the turn, this unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charge in the turn in which it fell back. It's like you said, it's Gladius basically. It's
Gladius, but even more versatile than Gladius, and you can get a second Oath of Moment for 60 points.
Yeah. So if you've seen, then the points are here, and some very good enhancements. But Weaponized Hatred is 60 points. So basically everyone.
Second Oath.
Yeah. Everyone is.
Sorry, Vendetta.
Yes, but second Vendetta.
And then you've got Ignores Cover.
Yeah, which is pretty decent. So that's your Storm of Fire that you've got in Gladius, right?
You've got. This is kind of like a third Oath.
Yes.
Another reroll here.
Yeah.
+1 to advance and charge.
The strats are good. So
you can get your lethal or sustained for a CP.
Yeah. So, but that's on 1 unit. It's on 1 unit.
You can get good oath.
You can get good oath for 1 CP.
What +1 to wound?
Yeah.
I reckon this is the evidence that they're not going to take good oath away from us.
I think it might be because
I think good oath is canon.
Yeah.
Even the old CSM remember how to do it.
Yeah, and I think that we will need a cake. They take -1 to wound away from us, then we're going to need something. I'm afraid. Yeah, the strats are really, really good. I think
plus fire on death.
Yep,
that's half as good as Gladius.
Yeah,
but
that's
half
2 CP.
Half the
half
CP.
The cost.
So sure.
Yep.
Sticky objectives.
Yep.
+1 AP, but no ignores cover. That's slightly worse than Gladius's Storm of Fire, and you get your reactive move. It's just Gladius.
It is just Gladius.
Give everybody Gladius, and then
exactly. Now, like I said, in isolation, I think this is a really good detachment.
Yeah.
I just think CSM, weird spot at the moment. I think they're costed to lethal and sustained, right? Which means that you get your punch up or you get your horde clearance. I think they might just be a little bit overcosted for this to be really good. That's where I'm at with it. I think in isolation, fantastic detachment. I think that when you're looking at, the bile bricks, I think when you're looking at Chosen, etc., the things that really, really give the army some punch, because they haven't got, again, I think they're costed in a weird way that, similar to what we were talking about last week about Good Oath, actually, is that you got your B tier data sheets that are kind of dragged up a little bit by that rule. I think we've got a similar thing here. And it also worth pointing out that Liam VSL, who's at Pyro this weekend, I think it is, which is like basically the kind of World Championships-esque teams event that is happening in Poland. US are there, Poland got a couple teams, France, a few other the big teams. He is taking the Huron detachment, the Huron, which is
the other one.
Which is considered to be the weaker of the two.
Yeah.
Because I think again, he's got a reputation for making, we were talking about this earlier, like crazy lists work.
Yeah.
But this, I feel, I don't know. I'm
right.
50/50.
Answer me this: if you could take this instead of Gladius in Ultramarines, would you do it?
No, I'd take Gladius still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just because of what this doesn't do quite as well is tune into, so like Gladius tunes into the Assault Doctrine. You've got a strat that's really, really good that turn. You've got a strat that's really, really good that turn. I think he's a bit more multi-purpose. And I just love Gladius. I wouldn't, but yeah, it looks really good. What does everyone think?
Yeah, it's true. You don't get the flat 6 reactive move strat in Tactical Doctrine, which is
exactly.
Bananas good.
There's a bit of risk there always.
Yeah.
Like you said, the fight on death is 4-up. And everyone knows 4-ups are not a 50/50. Anyone who's rolled, if you've seen me roll Demon Prince saves before, or invulns for anything that are 4-up, I either get all of them or none of them. There's no but that's completely done 50/50 throughout the course of the game. But yeah, the detachment looks good, but I'm not sure it's great.
All right. I'd play it. What I like about this is it's Space Marines who have decided not to worship the Emperor, and instead, they're not necessarily worshipping a Chaos God, they just don't support the Emperor, they're traitors. Which means, technically, I could just run this with my Space Marines.
No, exactly.
And it would be, lore accurate.
And it's really nice to see from the Corsairs to Night Lords to, what are the other ones like the Black Legion. It's good to see those guys getting a bit of love, I think.
Yeah.
People are sick of painting trim. Gold trim, brass trim, silver trim. No. Just a standard. A standard Faldred.
I'll do what I do, mate. Just don't paint it.
Just don't paint it. I don't paint anything. So thanks, Callum.
That's true.
Yes. So the chat is saying, wait there. Only pirate army didn't get a detachment. That's quite true, actually.
Wait, who's the only pirate army? He doesn't know. Who is the only pirate army? Probably Dark Eldar.
Dark Eldar, yes, Drukhari. Drukhari can't use that detachment. Yeah, someone has mentioned the VSL taking Horus to Pyre as well. Horon, Horus. Like the fact that Chaos Legions get more play here, the allied Chaos Legions. I do. I like that. There's a very common CSM combos that probably don't work quite as well in this, i.e. the kind of Noise Marine Rhino Fairy thing. But actually, in isolation, Noise Marines perform really, really well because of the strat.
You take 3 noises in this.
Exactly, but suddenly, in the Rhino, it's not quite the same. It feels good. It feels good. I would like. Yeah, no, you're right. Actually, no. Rob has said, for the record, Girly Man has more trim than any CSM. That's entirely true.
That's why
that's entirely true.
My own.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you made yours out of a Centurion.
Yeah.
Who has more, Girly Man or Heckdrake?
Ooh.
Heckdrake's is big, so it's like less annoying.
Heckdrake sounds like something Kendrick Lamar says in the mirror.
Yeah.
Anyway,
who costs more?
What?
So
Girly Man's
like
340.
How much is a Heckdrake?
Definitely less than that.
Knowers?
Heckdrake. Helldrake. That's the I think that's 200 and something actually.
Yeah,
I think it's 200 something.
Just don't paint your trim, guys. Seriously, don't paint it, especially not the under trim. If you know what I mean.
Just respond in the chat if you like to keep it trim.
Yeah, do that. So this is okay. So this is what people are calling the best detachment in the game. You think it's not all that?
Like I said, I think in isolation it is probably a very, 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 very good detachment. I just think that CSM are costed relative to lethal sustained, and so you get, rather than having army-wide punch-up and deciding in that moment, well, I need to clear a horde with this unit and I need to clear a tank with this, etc. You get that decision with probably one, and then you also get that you have to use a strat on another unit.
I see your point about lethals, but if you hit on 3s, sustained 1 and reroll hits is basically the same.
Yes,
I think.
Yeah.
So
it depends on volume.
Reroll hits is slightly better.
Yeah, reroll hits slightly better.
So this is better than sustained for like.
But it's slightly better, but it doesn't give you the same volume, does it? You get better conversion, but less volume. So if you spike.
Yeah, your upper limit is lower.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yes, losing dark packs is pretty huge for some CSM unit. I agree. Thanks the Yuns.
I hate that's one of my least favorite rules in the game. When you're playing against a CSM player and all you hear all game across the table is dark pack.
Yeah, dark pack.
I don't like hearing move more.
The orders are also minging. Speaking of which, with the release of Maelstrom, there was a little secret tickle, in there. Grizzled Guard, lost. Reroll 1s to wounds.
Yeah. After we talked about it last week, they lost it. I was worried about having to play against Grizzled in our local league, and our Grizzled player dropped out after that. He didn't drop out because of the rules.
Yeah, well, that's his story.
I told that story in a way that made him look bad.
Yeah,
he dropped out because he just personal commitments and stuff.
Yeah, big ups to beautiful Stuart.
Yeah, absolutely. Big ups to Stuart. Yeah,
he was at club on Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we're playing next week. We're just not playing a league.
Not playing a league game.
He played on Tuesday against Tom's horrible Necron Catan list.
Oh, really?
Sad times.
Oh, Catans as well. But Catans are still really, really good. So they saw fit to basically nerf Guard. Didn't touch Catan. Huron came out and was 110 points, I think. Looks quite good, but he's like not 110 points good. It was kind of like a
models,
little, kind of little mini data slate happened. Oh, and and obviously the cost came out for the new Eldari pirates, which the Venom thing went up a little bit. It wasn't. It
was fine.
It wasn't a huge change, but yeah, Guard players. I'm sorry.
You know what didn't get tapped?
What's that?
Ultramarines.
Not yet. Triple tapping coming. You heard it first.
Now, speaking of Catans, you've invented a unit that can do 12 wounds for Catan in one activation.
No, and that feels like a really good thing, doesn't it, right now? We were... So if you haven't seen it, in the last week or so, basically, Maelstrom includes a Crucible of Champions.
Crucible of Champions,
which is an extra book in there. So whereas again, 500 Worlds just had a bit of match play information, and a couple of detachments. You can now. So all those people who've been saying 10th edition's really bland, you can't,
like me,
you. You can now build your own characters. So from scratch, every single faction has 3 or 4 archetypes, I think it is.
Everyone gets 3 archetypes.
Yeah.
So like Space Marines, you can make a Space Marine, a Magic Space Marine, or a Dreadnought, right?
Character.
Or like if you're Orcs, you can make an Orc, a Grot, or something else, right? Everyone gets 3, and then you get to like slightly modify them, like put them in different armor or put them on a bike.
Yeah. So the Marines one, for example, allows you to have a Gravis jetpack captain or a Gravis jetpack librarian. So it means for the first time you can attach to Inceptor units. For 35 points, I think it is, you can have whatever you want on a bike. Dreadnought on a bike. No, you can have a
Dreadnought.
Yeah, no, you can't.
You can have a librarian on a bike
and a captain.
On a bike.
Right. And then subsequently, they've got you get a couple of rules each. So you decide what armor they come in and what units they detach to as a result, with some points inferred therein. You get to choose. They get their own datasheet ability as is, and then you get to pick a second ability from the general, like I said, archetype of your army's characters.
Yeah.
So
it's a suite of abilities that are in your army already, but you may not have been able to use them to attach to this type of unit.
Yeah.
So like, like giving Inceptors.
You can make. You can make
save or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you can make an Inceptor captain. You can now make a jump pack librarian. You can make the Redemptor Dreadnought from Space Marine 2, and then give an ability that yeets statues into things. You can't do that, but
you can't. But you can make a Dreadnought.
Yep.
With Space Marines have 3 of the Redemptor chassis Dreadnoughts, right? And they all have different guns and stuff on them. You can just pick the best gun from every single one and add them together.
Yeah, so you have plasma and chest melters.
Plasma and melter and missile launchers or las cannons, and you can give it a 4-up invulnerable save.
You can indeed.
I think for like
10 points.
The same price as a Redemptor, you can have a Dreadnought with melters and invulnerable save.
You can now make a character for Flawless Blades as well for EC, which is everyone's been complaining for a while that it's just Lucius. It looks really good too.
It looks so much fun. Like we as a community tend to play match play, and we observe all the points and rules and balance changes, and we play competitive terrain formats, and we're very serious boys. But everyone's excited about this. Like, let's have fun and be creative and make our own dudes and give them special names. Do kit bashes, and it's like it's an excitement for Warhammer that I haven't seen in our club in ages.
I said, Zach, big up to Zach, hello the ABR boys. I see Callum in there as well. He just said best custom character is the Tau broadside leader with reroll 1s and 3 whole ass heavy rail rifles. You were talking about this as well, weren't you, Sam? So please explain to it.
Hits on 2s.
Hits on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Just 6 railguns.
What's that, D6 plus 4 damage?
No. So it's D6 plus 1.
Okay.
But they're devastating wounds, strength 12, strength AP 4.
The number of times I've been hit with one railgun and they rolled a 6 to wound.
Yeah, no, it's like, any time I played you, a Demon Prince has just been dev wound in the dick.
That'd be, Well, that is a good shout for best, but Nick and I have been doing some theory crafting.
We did a diddle.
Pretty silly
We did a diddle. So, on the topic of Inceptors...
Yeah, tell me about the character you've invented.
Sam, can you bring up the screen, please, sir? Look at this. I made some slop. I slopped it up. So the Librarius Adept is the character that you can make. This is Cadmus Gaia.
Is that a name you came up with?
I did the name, yeah. I was I must confess I was going to kit bash this character for this show, and I messaged these 2 guys on like last night, and I'd completely messed it up. So I had to slop it instead. But my
you didn't. It's a good kit bash. It's just not up to Nick's very high kit bashing standards.
What happened is I put librarian stuff on it, like the cloak and whatever else, and it basically looked like we've got a Nightbringer at home. And I thought with all of the equal opportunity cake the Ultramarines are having at the moment, something looking like a mini Nightbringer probably wasn't the right idea. So as you can see, movement 10, T6, 3-up save with a 4-up invulnerable save, 10 points, 5 wounds,
AC.
6-up, OC1. You can give him, so the librarian automatically has Veil of Time, which sounds like a Disney song. But weapons equipped by models in this unit have the sustained hits 1 ability. So if you can remember the good old days of when aggressors had sustained and whatever else, I was thinking in that vein. But then obviously I gave it tactical precision. Weapons equipped by models in the unit have lethal hits.
So you put this on Plasma Inceptors, because Bolt Scepters already have sustained too.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So Plasma Inceptors, you give him, he has his Smite Witch Side. So you can, even if you've got a Librarian or what have you, you can still attach whatever weapons you want to it. But I chose to take the Librarian.
So Plasma Pistols aren't Strength 4?
No. So you can't give it an Inceptor.
You can't give it an Inceptor Plasma.
But what you can do...
No, but
a
normal Plasma... Oh, is it?
Hang fire. So it allows you to take 1 normal weapon and 2 pistols. So it kind of works out that you've got a combi weapon, basically. The old style combi weapon, not a one-shot 4-up. Like but you basically end up with 3 weapon profiles. But I went with the Witchfire because they have wounds, obviously. And you get a force weapon again. So I gave him a Librarian Axe, Strength 6, AP1, D3. Not bad.
This is a cool unit.
But
Sam's right though. You put your Plasma Pistol in wrong. It should be Strength 7.
Oh, sorry, no, you are correct. Yeah, no, I've messed up.
Ignore that though. It's about the
you can give it a normal, Plasma Pistol, but
I love that.
What's it supposed to be?
It should be just a normal,
Plasma Pistol, Strength 6 and 7, or 7 and 8,
7 and 8, AP2, AP3, one damage, 2 damage. Yeah, so it's still not bad. But there's a couple of things that happen here. So not only all the characters have grenades keyword.
Yeah.
So finally, Inceptors get grenades. It gives him deep strike, so he can deep strike with the unit and use the 6-inch deep strike rule. And then when you're giving 6 Inceptors with 12 shots, sustain 1, lethal hits, overcharging, it's got an 85% chance of killing a Nightbringer with grenades. No, sorry, 85 with just the shooting. If you use grenades,
which you can
now, it's like 98.7% chance.
Or actually, you can use grenades.
Grenades! Yeah. I could say the quality control of this show is...
it's fine. I'm impressed you made a data sheet. I did not make a data sheet for my theory crafting.
But yeah, this looks really good. You can do the same and have a Smash Captain in Inceptors.
Yeah. So
that it does the Rapid Ingest for free, move 10, charge, gets the Finest Hour, Dev Wounds, whatever else. So you can basically pop up Plasceptors, shoot and kill one thing. The Finest Hour Captain goes and smashes something else's face in. It's really good. Oh, and also he costs 80 points. So 70 points to start with, and it costs 10 points to give him an improbable 4-up save. So yeah, it's looking really good.
I want you to finish this kit bash and build this man.
Okay, I will do it. And you can see the little influences that I was in there, because I sent the boys a picture. If you know the bottom of Inceptors have like these weird kind of ski boot things on, don't you?
Yeah.
And there's the toilet seat and wings in the new Ultramarines update sprue, and I kind of fixed them to the feet, and it looked like Mercury or Hermes, like the old Greco-Roman messenger of the gods. And in my head, I was like, oh, this could be the guy who's the messenger of the god emperor. And I started, and then I completely messed it up. Absolutely.
Just finish it. Take your lumps and finish the job.
No, exactly.
Do we see TOs allowing Crucible characters?
Well, this is the thing. So apparently it will be match play relevant, but 100% UKTC, WTC, they're not going to allow this unless they balance them.
I don't think they will. I did not make a data sheet. I'll talk about my character in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I made some absolutely cracked stuff that you just can't be allowed.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about this when we
take screen off, please.
Look at the custom codex the Space Maids codex that we played a game out of. Like, even if tournaments aren't allowing this,
yes,
like I encourage people to play with these rules.
Mm-hmm.
in your games at your club, even if you're like practicing for a tournament, it doesn't make the practice any less valid to have a little bit of silliness. Just have fun with it. It's such a cool rule set.
No, exactly. And you can definitely feel there's a little bit of a, like end of edition burnout happening, I think, at the moment. I think we've, can I just say, shouts to Guy. We miss you, Guy. You stop playing. Please come back. We all love you and miss you. But yeah, you can just feel there's a little bit of, it's at the end of the edition. It's all, I don't know, just feels a bit flat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just feels a bit flat. Do you want to talk about your character that you built?
Yeah, so I don't have a data sheet, but I do have Wikipedia on the screen here. I had 2 ideas. Death Guard, one of the character types, is a 3-model unit that attaches to another unit.
Okay.
So for 120 points, you get...
Like a retinue.
You get 3 models, a little retinue. They're all characters. You can upgrade them all to Toughness 7, 5 wound, 2 up, 4 up Terminators for free. And then they get to attach to Terminators. And the way they work is you pick... I'll just get that advert off the screen. It's annoying me. Right. You pick a different ability for each of these guys. So
so they all get that?
Yeah. The unit will get 3 buffs. Okay? For 120 points, you get 3 Terminators and 3 buffs. Okay? That's the same points as a Lord of Contagion. You can all give them this weapon that's on the screen, the Lord of Contagion's weapon.
So the strike burst.
So one of the abilities you pick is the Lord of Contagion ability, Sustain 1 and Lance.
Yes.
So you get that. Yeah. Then you also pick the ability which is lethal hits and critting on 5s.
Yeah.
So now you're getting lethals and sustain on 5s with Lance, with this with 15 attacks at AP 3 effectively, because you're going to be in contagion range, damage 3.
And everything you bang will be -1 strength, -1 toughness as well.
Yeah, so it's effectively strength 10.
Yeah.
You're attaching them to Death Shroud, so you can drop this in 6 away and charge and just murder anything.
I've never heard you so excited about anything in Warhammer.
And we have a spare ability.
Okay.
Like, what do you want? Because we can make these guys lone op 18. We can make them resurrect a model every command phase. Like, we've got a spare ability. All this 120 points. It's bonkers.
It sounds great fun. Like,
yeah. Oh, and also, you can give them all a D6 anti-infantry 2, AP 2, damage 2 flamer, so they've got really good overwatch.
So that's 3d6 shots from them, and then you're probably attaching something else that has...
or the Death Shred all have flamers.
Yeah, anti-infantry 2.
So you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 D6 flamer shots on the overwatch.
Sounds amazing. So yeah, so you could do 18-inch lone op. They come within flamer range, they get flamed.
Yeah.
And then you said something earlier about if they get within 9 as well?
All right. So this is just the Smasher unit I invented.
Yeah. Okay.
Just basically 3 Lord of Contagions, but even better for the price of 1.
Okay.
Ignore that.
Yeah.
We can get this off the screen now, Sam. Because that's not what I'm excited about. Because you know the kind of Warhammer I like to play is stat check, stand on an objective, and you can't kill me.
Yep.
So here's what I did instead. You take this 3 Death Guard model thing again. You make them all Terminators again, and you attach them to the Blight Lord Terminators.
Yeah.
And the abilities you give them are Lone Op 18, and you cannot start or begin an advance move within 9 of this unit.
So you just can't do it? It doesn't like blow up? Or,
can't do it.
Okay, just can't do it.
No unit can do it.
Okay.
And then you give them those flamers I talk about, and you get 2 more of those flamers from the Death Shroud. And Death Shroud, when they shoot, they get an additional AP and strength. So now, you've got these 7d6 damage 2 flamers at AP 4. So it's like, you can't shoot me outside of 18, you can't come within 12, and you can't advance and charge because you're not allowed to advance near me.
Sounds great. Perfectly balanced. Yeah. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to go to Beachhead, and everyone's just got absolutely wham characters that. I do like it a lot. I do like it a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. I think again, it's just tickled that end of edition kind of.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I feel like this edition has been whenever people have discovered a broken combo, it gets nerfed and removed from the game.
Fix this. Robert's Brothers. It's not going to work out here, boy.
People were like, "Oh, I can put sustain and crit 5s on a unit of 10 Desolators. That seems broken. Okay, we'll remove it from the game."
Get shot.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Speaking of crack, Tim, played possibly the most gratuitous cracked game of Warhammer on Tuesday. Having said last time EC were going in the bin, I pulled them back from the brink, and me and Tim played a game of Space Maids.
Yeah.
Now, Tim, can you please explain to the lovely people at home what Space Maids is?
Someone sent a PDF to our group chat of a custom homebrew codex that someone's made called Space Maids. And it got sent around as like a bit of a gag. Like everyone laughed and moved on. But I saved it and became obsessed with it because I think it's brilliant. And when you said that you were a bit bored of Emperor's Children, I was like, I have the perfect thing to give you, let you like enjoy your Emperor's Children.
Just when they thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Let me show you the codex. I think it's so good.
It is very twee. So just be warned, people. It is cutesy. What is this art style called?
Cute Hammer.
It's Cute Hammer. Oh, but isn't it like what's the where girls like wear contoured makeup and like cross their eyes and stick their tongue out?
Porn?
Yeah, it's porn hammer.
So
no, it's not that.
Let me just grab the artist name from our little Chumicham.
Chumicham.
So
okay, I mean that name track.
This is the kind of art. Chumicham is a freelance artist who does this kind of art.
Yeah.
So you can see.
Does it describe what style? Please go to the top.
No.
There's a word for it. I know. Someone in the chat.
Okay.
Please
someone
help.
in the chat tell us what kind of art.
It's kawaii. There we go. Thank you, Zach. I thought you'd know.
So. Yeah, so they are a freelance artist, and they have a custom chapter they've invented called Space Maids, and they've gone to the trouble of making an entire codex with like a background story, like how they got invented through the before Horus Heresy and through the Horus Heresy. This was the chapter before, and then like they spun off into the Space Maids. They have their own Primarch. They have their own characters, and they have, look at all this, it's so amazing. They have sub-chapters and heraldry and marking.
Redacted.
There is more custom art and lore in this book than in like the last 6 Space Marine codexes from Game
There really is.
My experience of buying codexes in 10th is like, oh, I have to buy this stupid thing so I can get the rules in the app. But at least I'll have a nice art book and a lore book, and then I buy it and I open it, and everything is exactly the same as the last one that I bought like years ago, except you get like one new piece of art.
Yeah, I'm just greatly distracted by the word gear really being on the wall like that. Anyway, carry on, Tim.
Yeah, so this is a work of
this is amazing.
Look, tactical meat forged food service.
When we were preparing for this game, Tim he sent me the file, and I just couldn't get past this page. I just couldn't get past it. It's a little diner chairs and everything else as well.
They deploy this into the battlefield and make barbecue food.
Bring stew. It's so good. It's just amazing.
It's such an amazing effort to go.
I love the pun on the top of the page on the left. Server tours.
Yeah, server tours. I know exactly.
Look at all these characters in different armor. This could be your librarian.
This is so. I just love
so
it.
good.
Stone Scouts. Hospitaller.
I want
menu bearer. So good.
Menu bearer seems very Tim coded.
Yeah, no, it does. It does. Cata 9.
I want the menu bearer, right? They even have a night house if you want to do nights.
There's another.
And then, so what you get in this book is you get a brand new army rule.
So we're talking about everyone gets Gladius.
Absolutely cracked, this army rule, and we'll talk about it in a bit for our game because not only that, but you get here's your Primarch with a data sheet.
Yeah.
You get detachments, which are all like successor chapters. So we have Ultramarines here, White Scars, Iron Hands, or maybe that's White Scars. I don't know. We've got 2. Then you also have a detachment that lets you take Astra Militarum allies. And then you also have detachments for the
Legion of the Damned.
Legion of the Damned.
Rob will be happy.
Taking the 4 chaos World Eaters, Thousand Suns, Emperor's Children for you, and then Death Guard. So we played a game where we both used this book. The army rule is so cracked. It was really fun to figure out how we would fight.
Yes, no, it really was.
Because even though we're playing nonsense made up rules, we played a tactical game on WTC terrain, and we both tried our best to like win and like bring units that would fit into this army rule. I'll go through the army rule side because it's so fun.
Go for it.
So
I'm just going to move you guys out of the way so people can see the full thing.
That's good.
Great. So you get 5 courses of war, which are basically like Gladius doctrines. You can go into 1 a turn, so you get to a different one every turn.
Yep.
And so it's just up to you which order you go into. You can go greasy, which gives all your units +2 movement and advance, and shooting charge, fallback shooting charge. There are other things for like your warlord gets additional benefits, and if you have the custom Primarch, they get additional benefits. I won't go through those. Hearty is +1 strength and toughness to all your units.
And your warlord gets a 5-up family pain,
which was actually really useful for me. I teched into that when I built my list. Sweet, 2 attacks to every single weapon, shooting and melee. I was the first to pop this one, and I think it was the thing that won me the game. Because I was just like Hellblasters getting 40 shots.
And Intercessors
getting.
You had 9 at the
60
time.
60 shots?
Yes, no, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
It was not. And even just like 5 JPIs with pistols that do 3 shots each. Was kind of...
because they got AP. Heavy bolt pistols just suddenly do work. Everyone's plasma pistol, 3 shots.
Spicy, everything gets sustained and melt a 1, which is really... You put melt a 1 on a heavy bolt rifle that's 36 inches, you're going to be in half range.
Yes, and you did that, didn't you? Yeah, you did that.
And then Smoky, everything gets dev wounds.
Yes.
I didn't use this because it was...
Army-wide dev wounds.
Army-wide dev wounds.
Army-wide dev wounds. Your warlord gains dev wounds and crit hits on a 5+ as well. It was crazy. It was the most bonkers game of 40k I think I've ever played.
So you get to use one of these every single day.
Yeah. So you basically you just kind of mix and match. So you know if you go big, I think what was interesting. So it's done by turn. Was it battle round, isn't it, or turn? It's battle round actually. Or was it turn?
The rules are not written with the same kind of rigor as Games Workshop rules, but we played it.
We did it command phase to command.
Till the start of your next command.
We picked in our own command phases, and it lasted till our next command phase.
So obviously Tim went first, and that was boy did that dude. That was just. So Tim, anyone who knows Tim, Captain, we call him Captain Stand Still.
Stand Still, I like to stand still.
He likes to stand still. He likes to play Iron Hands or Imperial Fists. Tim likes to do this combo of 10 heavy intercessors with the Iron Hands character.
Ironfather Pharos.
Which means that you've got 10 T6 3 wound bodies who get 2-up saves on an objective if you use 1 damage weapons against them. And then all have a 5-up fill poem. I have an army that has exclusively 1 damage or 3 damage stuff. So every time I sent anything that did 3 damage into it, 1 in 3. So all my 3 damage, it takes 3 damage shots to take out 1 heavy intercessor. That was basically the theme of the game. I sent so much into everything. You hit sweet. You hit the sweet spot first. With +2 attacks.
Sweet first. I really abused I got my 5-up pain on the heavy intercessors. You sent Lucius.
I sent Lucius, Infractors and Lord, and a demon prince in, and it didn't pick the unit.
Still left 2 of them alive. Which is enough 6 OC to take an objective off you next time.
I don't mean to burst your bubble here, boys. But I'm reading this. You get to select 1 course per battle.
Battle round.
So
because that was a thing that it reads incorrectly, so it's 1 course per battle round.
It's not just you get that for the first turn.
No, it's Sam. Don't worry about the wording.
You'll see later on. The wording is pretty janky.
It lasts until the start of your next command phase.
Yeah, exactly. It says command phase to command phase, so it's every round.
That's not. Okay, fine.
You can only set each course once per battle. You can't reuse them. Is what it's saying.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes.
You still get to use 5 of them.
So can we just go to your detachment?
So I picked the T servers, which is the Iron Hands detachment. My rule is when I do a normal move, I'm considered to have remained stationary.
Yes.
Additionally, if I remain stationary this turn, all my weapons gain lance. So I wanted to do a lot of normal move with heavy weapons and shooting, or normal move with units that I intend to charge with. So I put in my list a brick of 10 intercessors, a brick of 10 heavy intercessors, a brick of 10 hell blasters, and a unit of eradicators, because these all have the heavy keyword. And then I put in my list 2 units of JPIs, because they can move fast without advancing and charging. And so you can move 12 and charge and get Lance. And a brick of 10 Terminators for 2 reasons. One, I knew I would rapid them and be able to normal move and charge and get my Lance. And 2, it's another 3 wound unit that I can gain a 5-up feel no pain from because of the army rule, where if I go hearty or whatever it was, my warlord unit, which this was, gets 5-up feel no pain. So I managed to pop that at a really crucial moment.
You thought about the game.
And then I did think about the game, I think, more than you. And then my strats, I don't know if I'm zoomed in enough. I can increase my AP
the Matcha
by
Massacre,
1.
Jasmine Jitters,
That was really
Dash, Hibiscus Cuz.
I can regain D3 wounds, didn't use that. I can do a battle shock test, make you battle shock test, didn't use that. This Oolong Overdo over here says 1 battle line unit can reroll an invulnerable saving throw of 1. There is no way of making a battle line unit have an invulnerable save other than attaching a librarian to intercessors. So we concluded that was a typo, and this should say Terminator.
Yeah, so we just let him have 4 up. Yeah, rerolling invulns.
So I used that one quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I used Darjeeling Dash all the time. Add 3 inches to my move when I do a normal move. So I'm basically advancing, and I get my heavy keyword because I did a normal move, so I remain stationary.
It was disgusting. It was great fun. Can we show my rules?
Yours, mine is quite simple compared to Nick's.
So if you know EC coterie, then obviously you're used to tracking points throughout the heights of pleasure is the army rule here.
Oh wait, let me.
I get 6. So at the beginning of each battle round, I get 6 edible dice.
This is really weird. It's so much.
No, too. And then what I then did.
The normal dice aren't edible.
Well, it depends. Yeah,
any dice is edible if you eat it.
Everything's a dildo if you're brave enough. If you get 6 edible dice, and any time you miss a hit, a wound, or a save roll, I can give you an edible dice. And basically, I'm giving you a save or a change to 6, a flip to 6. If you take it, I then roll 1d6 and I get bakery points.
So good.
If you don't take it, the unit that I choose to take it on gets d3 mortal wounds. And then you accrue bakery points, as you would with Coterie of the Conceited. So 12 bakery points means -1 to hit. 24 means critical hits are on a roll of 5 up, and 36 means everything gets sustained hits too. Now, it was actually quite difficult to
acquire. You never got to 36.
I didn't get to 36. We got to 24. But then at that point, I just had nothing left in the army. I've got nothing left.
But 24 was an important breakpoint because it unlocked
so
stratagem for
there was a moment where so that heavy intercessor Brit we were talking about, he had 1 guy on 2 wounds, and I just sent into him.
Sorry, my computer's going very slow. I'm trying to zoom in.
On the top right there, you can see if you pay 2 CP and sacrifice 24 baking points, a character unit gets sustained 5. So I think I got sustained 30 into a solitary heavy intercessor who would rightfully piss me off, and absolutely carted him into the stratosphere.
Yeah, you rolled 6 sixes and got.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yet again, cracking game of 40k. I think by turn 3 we mutually had. I think I was pretty much tabled like turn 4. That doesn't happen. But it was a cracking game. What was the name of the author again?
Chummy something.
Chumai.
I have put a link to their Instagram in the description down there. It'll take you to their 40k one, but if you go to the link in their bio, you can find their Patreon, where this codex is available to download for free, and you can find links to all their places where you can commission them, blah blah blah. It was a really fun game, and it was a really great way of just because you're bored of EC. I'm a little bit bored of Space Marines, but like, you don't have to play.
No.
Like this is what's really interesting about this. Like, you're bored of EC, but have you ever played one of the other detachments?
No,
because they suck. But like, you could, right? And like, this game was not balanced.
No,
but you don't. 40k doesn't have to be balanced to get pleasure out of like trying your best and playing strategically.
I think one thing that you alluded to earlier in terms of like, you know, eradication of busted combos. I had so much fun. Like back in the day when I had 6 aggressors minus Kalgar and the biologists, like just buckets of dice. I was like D6 shots per aggressor plus, and it was a bit like that again, and I really enjoyed it. It was good fun. It was great fun. I would highly recommend. Like I said, Tim said the Instagram is in the description. Go and check the codex.
Go and play some or even if you don't want to play Space Maids, like. Play a detachment you never play.
Yes.
Or play some units you never play because they're rubbish. Like, you still get to play strategic 40k.
My man Callum says bring back custom chapter traits, and I kind of agree. Hopefully 11th edition will solve some of this. So
I think, there's this thing where we're backing all of ourselves into a corner and becoming bored because it's like, I only play that one detachment because it's the only good one. I don't play half my units because they're bad. Like, I was doing some maths. If you play chapter approved Games Workshop Warhammer, there are, between the combination of the primary mission, the deployment, and the terrain layouts, there are 480 different games of Warhammer that you could be playing. We just play the same six UKTC things over and over again. Six. You know, like, we are kind of making this game more boring for ourselves. Let's have some variety. Let's play with these custom character rules when they come out, and let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun. Speaking of having fun, it's Hobby Corner time,
Hobby Corner!
I think, Tim.
Hobby Corner, my favourite bit.
Thank you again, everyone. Last week, we did not have enough time to cover all of the great stuff that we had in Hobby Corner. So we're kind of trying to claw back a little bit. But we're sorry if it didn't get featured. Please keep sharing. We will continue to share as much as we can. We are restricted to time and the 50p that Sam has put into the internet meter for these shows. So, Tim, what have we got?
Let's kick things off with, I'm going to play favourites right away. Paddy Mick.
Paddy, yes.
Got my favourite creator on our Discord right now because I love me an old metal orc, and he has done an army full of old metal orcs. We saw these little grot tanks.
Yes, we saw them last time.
But there's also like
the old school bikes, the old boys,
the runt herd here, and the squigs, and these old mega knobs, and then like he's done a Morka / Gorkanaut with a custom robot face, and then these are AdMech robots, right?
Okay, I've already got grots inside,
dreadnoughts, and then these mini killer can things. Yeah. It's just such a cool army.
Do you know what I'd really like to see is I can't remember if it was 3rd edition. It was the edition that had orcs in it. And they had the cardboard dreadnought. Please, someone, Paddy Mick, please make a model holding the dreadnought on a card with like 3D. Just do something with that, please. It's begging.
Like an orc holding it.
Yeah, hold it, and that's a dreadnought. Yeah. That would be amazing.
I want to see that. Yeah.
I think it was 3rd edition.
3rd edition.
It was 2nd edition.
I think it's 2nd edition.
It was literally. For those who don't know, it was a flat bit of card, like a beer coaster.
Let's just go. I'm going to Google it.
Yeah, it was a beer coaster, basically, with a picture of an orc dreadnought on it, and that was included in the starter set, so that you could just use it as a dreadnought.
Okay, there it is next to the model it was representing.
Yeah. So that is begging to be done. Please, Paddy Mick.
Yeah, 2nd edition.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. What else we got?
Right. Yeah, love that army. Also, please, more like pictures of your whole army assembled.
Yes, yeah.
Cool. Rob's been continuing to kit bash
his Legion of the
Damned.
So this is like an amalgam of like Grey Knights, Marines, like everything in the mix.
He posted this asking the question, do I need to put a shield on its back for WYSIWYG, or can we just say the banner is the shield? And everyone was just like, just the banner's the shield.
The banner, just paint it in metal.
Yeah.
The Emperor is the shield.
Yeah, exactly. And strictly, he's got the shield here.
Yeah, he's got a tilt shield, yeah.
There you go.
Very small shield.
Exactly. It's just a small shield.
I'm really looking forward to Rob painting up this army.
Yeah.
Rob, I know you were disheartened by the paint scheme that you were coming up with, but it's looking wicked. Keep going with it.
Yes. Glowy green.
That's the thing with like the OSL, especially internal OSL. It looks absolute shite until you get it just right, and you just need persistence. Just keep trying, keep trying.
Show mine, Tim.
You want to talk about this, even though you haven't made it yet?
Well, no, I have made it, but
you made this is yours.
Yeah, that's what I made. But I just want to update. So I took inspiration from one of the. This is one of the first Space Marines I ever bought. Yeah. And I wanted to recreate it as a Primaris. So all I'm doing is I've just got the new body on the way. So I'm going to replace his sword hilt so it's an actual gladius thing, and then get the old patooges, the old dicky danglers. From the Victrix set, so that he looks more like.
Those are the dick cloths, but where there's lots of them.
Yeah, when they look like belts. I don't know why. Why did I do that action when I said belt? Hi, Mum.
It's like a cat of nine tails.
Cat of nine tails. Patooges.
We've got. I'm gonna just scroll past you here, Zach, because I know there's more Zach.
Yeah, there's more Zach coming.
Oh, here it is. Yeah,
here it is. So we did a little feature on this last time, but like,
look at that nonsense. That is unbelievably
good. Well done, Zach.
So irritatingly
You might be into dodgy Japanese hentai, but you do a bloody good Tau. Well done, sir.
Are all Tau armies well painted?
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Sam's is like
seen a bad one.
You need to put something else. Oh, this is Harry. So Harry is one of the guys here at Sorry Promo.
What's the best photo?
There's that one. I think is the one he actually did. The bottom two. I think are the one he decided on it. So he's Noise Marine
Demon Prince.
A Noise Marine Demon Prince
with like the speaker face and a guitar and a massive amp.
and all of the kind of it looks great.
Yeah,
I'm so into it.
It's well cool.
Oh no, I think since he's added some helmets on top of like trophies on top of the amp, but that's really cool.
Oh, okay, maybe we'll get to that.
Yeah, Brandon is still smashing it now.
Got a word to pick with you, Brandon.
Brandon. So, anyone who knows Brandon, so we are in several group chats with Brandon. And Brandon has a tendency to send you 14 lists a day of various different armies that he's tiddled and fiddled with.
He's a serial tiddler.
He's a serial tiddler. Glad we didn't use the other word. He has been painting this fantastic Quins army.
Yeah, beautiful marble effect.
Beautiful marble
effect. Great scheme, striking.
Bedroom poppadoms. And he's now not going to take it, apparently, to Lancing.
He played one game, lost by a small amount, and then went, I'm just not playing this army.
Brandon, Luke, if you listen as well, Brandon is not allowed to take anything else other than Quins to the Lancing GT. Brandon, if you take anything other than Quins, I'm going to pants you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Agreed. Moving on. We got an
Is this Andrew in the room?
Is this you, Andrew, in the room?
Andrew.
Did you paint these Nurglings?
Yeah.
I painted them. I built them.
He's built lots of Nurglings. So 36. Is this built on that? Sorry, we've got Andrew, one of our other guys who works on a show in the corner. He's in the cup chair this evening.
We're just getting him a mic.
Just getting a mic.
Are you doing the kind of 36 Nurglings, ridiculous amount of Poxwalkers?
Yes. Yeah, I will be. Because in the Shadow Legion detachment, they're -1 to wound if you're greater than their toughness. So I will integrate them. Blob them in and then
down with that.
Go from there.
Thank you, Andrew, for the submission, mate. Well done. Lots of Nurglings.
I recall I followed up with some Nurglings of my own, but I'll scroll over those because they're not painted. They're just like two-tone.
They look tumultuous and throbbing.
So I'm doing Death Guard.
Brandon said to be clear he is taking them. Well done, Brandon. See, peer pressure works, guys. Bully your local hobbyist.
Yeah. So I'm doing Death Guard Taliban, which lets me take 12 Nurglings as well as these Poxwalkers. They're all going to be in a pink and yellow scheme, and I've just got the base coats down and this kind of two-tone thing.
Yeah.
I love your scheme.
Yeah, great.
Thanks, Sam. We'll see some more of it in a bit.
Harry's has
here we go. We should have just scrolled straight.
No, because this is a different print.
Oh, this is a different print.
It is a lovely looking.
The wings on this guy are so cool.
Turquoise.
Yeah. Yeah, wicked.
Yeah, love it.
Really cool. I think we looked at these guys.
Yeah,
just really beautiful. Yeah.
Love the green, plasma green. That's kind of.
Oh, we got Lucius as well. Looking lovely. Yeah, wicked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we looked at. This is another from a free made from the like new Warhammer Quest box, right?
Okay.
This model is so ridiculously good.
Caterpillar looks like that new AdMech model that we were going to feature and we didn't, but we can talk about it next time.
Oh, I can. No, I can just.
So if anyone's seen the new Advent model,
I said to Nick, I don't want to use this channel as a platform to just advertise Games Workshop's releases for them, but this one's really funny to me, so I took the picture.
So has everyone seen that back off? The beautiful robotic bundle on that.
Isn't that an ass?
As an ass, and then
it reminded me of this.
So we know when they got the designers both.
Anyway, that's a little aside. Back to Discord. I really Freemania's like work on this new Warhammer Quest box is making me want to buy it. This model's crazy. It's like a slug. I swear it's got a human face.
Yeah. Like I think it's caterpillar, isn't it?
Multiple human faces all over that.
Ugh.
It's gross and weird in a way that Warhammer
should be.
Yeah.
Rob's got what is this army called? I don't want to say anything stereotypical.
They're called Cathay. I have not wanted to play against Rob's Cathay because it's been so impressive, but they got a nerf. And Rob, as I said, I will give you a game of Warhammer: The Old World. This is a beautiful scheme, and the cherry blossoms, like flight stands, genius idea.
Yes,
looks great. The pink goes with the green. It's good stuff.
Some lovely Votan.
Lovely. I don't know.
Dingle Dangles. I think that's. I think Dingle Dangles is from the club here. I think from Sorry Primarchs.
Well, it's a name new to me. The Votan here are beautiful. I love the orange and the pink.
Purple orange is like great.
I love that this character's getting a C in because no one plays it.
Yeah, and very Dr. Robotnik.
I was going to say very Dr. Robotnik. Yeah, this is a cool scheme.
He hits you that and loads of rings come out.
Yeah, well done. Very nice. I like Votan. I really hated Votan when I started. Didn't like the models, and now I love all of them.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I can really come around to them. They're so cool. We've already looked at that guy. Oh yeah, here's some works in progress of my Nurgle.
So you didn't do purple hoods like I suggested. You kind of gone with a bit of a pinky red.
I've gone with red because I've got purple.
The purple in the background. Just look how perfect it looks next to it, Tim.
No, I went with red. Sam told me to go with red.
Right, Sam.
Sam's the boss. But I've got the pinky purple. So what I realised is I could all the like fauna and flora of my Nurgle armies are purple going into a bright yellow, and I realised if I concentrated on the purple, it would go nicely against the white armour, and then the hoods didn't need to be purple.
And I love
what I'm thinking is that bright purple would lead the eye straight there, which I don't think the hoods are trying to do.
Yeah, exactly.
I love your pinky purple hood anyway.
And this is when I got into Death Guard at the beginning of 10th, the Sorcerer and Terminator armour was quite good. So I kit bashed one out of a Lord of Virulence, and now I've had to kit bash him back into a Lord of Virulence. So I put the sprayer arm back on, and in the lore, he was like halfway into becoming a Demon Prince when he was a Sorcerer. So that's why he's got those vestigial ring. But I just left them on because they're cool.
Looks like he's throwing up gang signs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like DG.
And then your boy. These are your Space Marines.
So I never played Vanguard because again we were. Big up to shout outs to Callum. If you don't know Callum, he's South Coast Commission Studio on Instagram, etc. Does commission armies. He's going to be finished with these boys very soon, so I think he might be looking for some work. If you've seen the fantastic Marines that he's been sharing, then go hit him up. Good friend of the show, and also I do believe he's got like a discount code for some really nice brushes as you find. So
that's true.
Go and check it out.
Callum, if you're in chat, throw a link to yourself.
Yes, please throw a link in. But yeah, look at the blue. I just love. Me and him went back and forth for quite some time about this blue actually, because it's not Macragge blue. It's like a nice layer of a bit of a purpley colour, and then building layers of blue over the top. And
it's literally the only Ultramarine scheme I've ever liked.
Exactly. It's going to really pop. And so shout out to Callum. Go and get commission painting off of him.
Yeah.
And I think that's
it for Hobby Corner.
Yeah, that's it for Hobby Corner.
We're going to tell you about some local events.
Yes.
And then we're going to go.
Yeah, we're going to go. As always, sorry, you can drop the screen, please, sir. As always, big shouts to Sorry Primarchs. We are here in the Space Pro Box in Hawley. It's a gaming space. You pay a monthly subscription, 24/7 access. You go, you show your face, door pops open, play Warhammer. There's guys playing Magic tonight, Yu-Gi-Oh! There's 40k. It's great. It's a fantastic little space if you're nearby. I was going to shout out the Hobby Henchman RTT that we spoke about last week, but it's sold out. The Old World RTT is also sold out. But this weekend, there are a few tickets left for the Brighton GT. Big up Pete and the gang, and that is in the King and Queen, where we usually go every Tuesday to play with our little maid Marines. And then obviously we've got Incursion running a GT at the end of February. So a couple of weeks' time, which we're all going to be at. You're not, because it's your birthday. Go, Tim. It's your birthday. We're going to Warhammer on your birthday. And I think that's everything. I think that's everything else. There are a number of RTTs and GTTs, GTTs here at Primax 2, which are often done on a not-for-profit basis as well. So if you're thinking about starting off in competitive 40k, really good space to come and do it. So
yeah, I've made events for the Incursion GT, Incursion Old World RTT, Incursion 40k RTT, the Warp March GT, the Warp February Old World RTT, which we may have missed, I'm not sure. But I've made like events in the Complay Discord for all these things if you want to figure out when they are and meet people who are going to go and arrange travel and do list sharing and all that. They're all go to the Discord.
And go on a beers afterwards, boys, because that's what 40k is all about. Yeah. Cool. Thank you so much for joining in. If you haven't already, please hit like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all of the things that you need to do to see our faces again on a bi-weekly basis. We're also on Instagram and TikTok. We're a fantastic Sam here, actually. Big shouts to Sam, who's been working really, really hard in the background on all the reels and shorts and everything. We've had fantastic feedback on that, so big up to Sam. And I also want to give a quick shout out to Prince Andrew. Happy birthday, mate. See you next time.
See you next time. Bye.